Okay, we are now down to, I think, help me here, are we down to 8.0?
I think so.
I think that's where we are. So this is always one of our favorite times of the night. It's the honors and achievements. I'm going to ask Dr. Little to step down front. We celebrate successes of many kinds during the honors and achievements portions of our monthly board meeting. We recognize the significant achievements of our students and employees, as well as the contributions of and partnerships with our business partners and community organizations. Tonight's honorees include the State School Counselor of the Year, the Allstate Honor Choir students, and many others. We feature all of tonight's honorees in our Proof Positive, which, let's see, I don't know where mine is. Right here, yeah, in our Proof Positive newsletter. And if you did not pick one up when you signed in tonight, please do that on your way out. It makes a great keepsake for our honorees and their families. In fact, you are welcome to take extra copies home for any family members who may not have been here tonight. Audience, you should know that if you try to follow along in the newsletter, you might need to skip back and forth from page to page, and they are not in the same order as we present them tonight. In addition, we ask that you please stay until we finish recognizing all of tonight's award recipients, as each award winner deserves our undivided attention. In order to accommodate our youngest honorees and their families, once we finish, we will give you a chance to leave before we resume the rest of the meeting. Dr. Little is already down, and he's going to help us recognize these award winners. Honorees, when you hear your names, come and stand with Dr. Little, and we will tell the audience all about you. So the International Bowl U18 U.S. National Team, tonight we begin with White Knoll High School football player Nick Taste. And there's Nick. I can tell he's a football player, nice big guy. Nick represented the Timberwolves and South Carolina at the International Bowl, played January 18th at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. He played offensive lineman for the under-18 United States national team. And get this, they triumphed over Team Canada with a 27-10 victory. Only a junior, Nick also made the state newspaper's 2018 All-Midlands High School football team following the 2018 season. And in 2017, he became not only an all-region selection, but also the most valuable player at the On and McKay Kickoff Classic. Congratulations, Nick. Now we're going to turn over to the South Carolina Music Educators Association and the 2018-2019 Allstate Chorus. We enjoy celebrating our fine arts students who work hard to create exceptional music, art, drama, and more. Tonight we celebrate the accomplishments of students from all 5 high schools, 57 students in all, who made the South Carolina Music Educators Association 2018-2019 Allstate Chorus. We will stop to take a photograph after each high school's honorees before we begin moving to the next school. So we begin with the Gilbert High School All-State Chorus members. So are y'all ready, Gilbert? We're going to call up Caitlin Barefoot. Is Caitlin here? There she is. Madison Berry. Sammy Browning. Heather Cook. Austin Coursey. Dolan Hislop, Kyla Osborne, Jordan Powers, and Adam Smith. Oh, we got 2? Well, great. Let's give these 2 young ladies a round of applause. Now we're going to move over to Lexington High School, and their members include Catherine Capilli, Sydney DeVoe, Lawson Estridge, Ashlyn Gibson, Joshua Gravel, Colby James, Nicholas Joy, Lindy McCloy, Jackson McKelvey, Grace Putman, Elizabeth Reynolds, London Saunders, Josiah Schroet, Taylor Spires, Peyton Whetstone, and Mary Grace Wingard. So let's give these students a round of applause. These haircuts. She's beautiful.
Our best friend's
And from Pelion High, we have two Allstate chorus members, Ethan Lindler and Ella Mincy. Are they here tonight? Well, let's give them a round of applause. Next, we're going to move on to River Bluff's Allstate chorus members. Okay, just a second. I'm just having a terrible night. Okay. We're going to call on Harley Boaz, Madison Bradham, Chase Carter, here they come, Lauren Garrison, Eliza Grant, Reagan Green.
She was totally unimpressed that I was going to be here. She's like, I'm not going.
Mason Martin, Madeline Owens, Sarah Peter, Elena Pittman, Catherine Shepard, Grant Stillinger, Charlie West, and Andrew Fellers-Wise. Let's give these students a round of applause. Okay, great. Okay. And now we're going to move on to White Knoll, and we'd like to invite our White Knoll High School Allstate chorus members to join us. Excuse me. Jareth Baggett, excuse me, Zoe Betty, Colton Duncan, Michael Fletcher, Josh Franklin, Nathaniel Hope, Tieran Jett, thank you, Hannah Kennedy, Bethany Litton, Morgan Matheson, Samantha McMillan, Tyler Mercer. Oh, we got one. Kayla Meyerand, Amber Sempervive, Kaylee Williams, and Genesis Williams. So great. Let's give these students a round of applause. Great. We congratulate all of these dedicated musicians. You can catch them performing at Winthrop University during the All-State Chorus Weekend, which will take place March 2nd through March 9th. That sounds like fun, so that'll be great. Reagan going? Good. Okay, now we're going to go to donorschoose.org funding recipients. We're going to move on to staff recognitions. We celebrate teachers who receive funding for unique classroom projects from the online giving platform donorschoose.org. Through Donors Choose, educators can post funding requests for specific items such as books, technology, and flexible seating. Our educators earning fully funded projects include Deerfield Elementary's Berthe Fretwell, Gilbert Primary's Madeline John, Lexington High's Dana Crawley, Pillion Elementary's Katie Alexander, and Saxagatha Elementary's Haley Bolches. And if y'all will come on up, we just have one. And let me tell you a little bit about their funded projects. These teachers purchased a 3D printer to enhance science and mathematics class at Deerfield Elementary, boogie board writing tablets for Gilbert Primary, high-interest texts for struggling readers at Pillion Elementary, and mathematic puzzle games for Saxagatha Elementary. At Lexington High, Ms. Crowley purchased fluorescent light covers to soften the harsh glare of classroom lights and create a calm environment for students with sensory issues. Thank you, teachers, for going out of your way to obtain these funds and enhance learning for all of your students. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to Palmetto State School Counselor Association 2019 Middle School Counselor of the Year. Only a few weeks after National School Counseling Week, it is only fitting that we celebrate a school counselor. Would Lexington Middle's Director of School Counseling and Advisement, Lee Eubanks, please come forward? Yeah. This is such a big honor, and we're so proud that our Miss Eubanks won this. The Palmetto State School Counselor Association named Miss Eubanks their 2019 Middle School Counselor of the Year. An educator for 30 years, she demonstrates a passion for counseling and professional growth as she advocates for the whole child. She says being a school counselor is the most rewarding part of her career. We celebrate her positive impact on students and congratulate her on this wonderful achievement. We're now going to go on to the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control Recycling Education Grant. We recognize several other grant winners next. White Knoll High science teacher David Cann received a $1,500 recycling education grant from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Mr. Cann applied for the grant in order to purchase additional recycling bins. Once a week, students from the environmental science class take bins throughout the school to collect recyclable materials, later sorting the paper and plastic. Continuing the recycling efforts fulfills a requirement of the Green Steps School program and allows White Knoll to reapply for Green Steps School recognition. We congratulate Mr. Cann and his students for doing their part for making White Knoll High more sustainable. Now we're going to go on to our Special Olympics South Carolina Unified Champion School Grant. Led by Michelle Vestal, Saxagatha Elementary received a Special Olympics South Carolina Unified Champion School Grant. Is Miss Vestal here? There she is. Wow, I just had to look up. The $400 grant allows Saxagatha students to travel to Special Olympic events, including the In the R Word State House Rally in March and the Spring Games at White Knoll High in April. As a unified school champion school, Saxagatha provides opportunities for students with and without disabilities to play sports together and, more importantly, to build friendships. Congratulations on this grant. We look forward to cheering on our athletes at the Spring Games. Our final recognitions this evening take us to Gilbert Middle and Pleasant Hill Elementary, where teachers received Walmart Foundation community grants. Gilbert Middle mathematics teacher Elena Ray applied for a $250 grant to begin construction on a 9-hole disc golf course. The grant provides seed money to purchase cement and tee markers. Ms. Ray plans to seek additional funding to complete the project, giving students the opportunity to stay active while learning a new game. At Pleasant Hill Elementary, second grade teacher Deborah Cruz received $500 for Cougar Collections Parent Helper Packs. Each collection contains 4 to 5 books of a similar reading level that teachers can check out for their students' parents. Bags include questions for parents to use to facilitate discussion and to help grow their students' reading comprehension. We cannot wait to see the results of these 2 Walmart Foundation grant projects. Thank you for taking the time tonight to help us recognize the many honors and achievements of our students and staff and the many generous contributions of our local businesses and community. We love sharing our good news with all of you. Honorees, when you leave the meeting, remember to head to your left and into the lobby where a member of the communications office will help you find your certificate. Now, just as I promised, everyone's welcome to stay, but if you feel the need to leave, this is a good time to scoot out. So. Okay, thank you.